Hello, team, and welcome to episode 12. Every other day of the week is fine. Bonus point if you can tell me from what song that is. Today we have a lot to see. It's our fourth class on the four pillars of English growth, the last one. We talked about what we know and how it sustains our growth. It's something familiar, it's something that's easy. Talk about what we like. If you're having fun, you don't need to really try. It's not hard. So you'll continually progress if you're integrating what you like, your English. What you need when you have something important. It's like a superpower. It will motivate you to get the job done. Today, number 4, it's new. New things, different things in your routine. Anything that is unique and new stimulus will help you remember it better. So we can add a little bit of English to turn new things. It's excellent, cheap English practice. So here we go. These are some hot dogs that we made the other day with some cream cheese and Doritos. It was excellent. You want something with a lot of calories. But I saw this the other day. I was thinking about it myself. Here is your first challenge. What's your 10-year plan? Where will you be 10 years from now? It's a little video for you to check out. It's short, 1 minute, and answer this question. Part 2. Adverbs of frequency. Students who were with me last year, we saw these adverbs of frequency. These ones are known as the indefinite adverbs. If I say I sometimes eat McDonald's, sometimes for João and sometimes for Maria, it might be different. That might be 2 times, it might be once a week. So these are indefinite adverbs of frequency. Usually, we put them between, before the main verb, if you have an auxiliary verb, between the auxiliary verb and the main verb. I am always hungry. She sometimes eats McDonald's. She is often eating fast food. So you will either have it before the main verb or kind of in between, like a sandwich between the auxiliary and the main. Here are some examples. Marina usually plays beach tennis on Fridays. So before play. I am rarely free. Be is an auxiliary verb, so after to be. Or I have often wanted, between have and wanted. You can use them at the beginning of a sentence, or at the end. I don't recommend it. But the most common place to see them is here, before the main. Now, we also have these here, which are words when you want to be explicit. If I say I go to the gym 5 times a week, you know the exact number. And for my Brazilian students, the big problem comes with the word every. Because here we wouldn't use every. So for example, if I say that I run every 2 days, it means 1 day I run, 1 day I don't run. 1 day I run, 1 day I don't run. If I say I go to Lagoa Santa every 2 weeks, 1 week I go, 1 week I don't. You could also say every other day instead of every 2. But those are the main ways of communicating these explicit periods. So we can say that you do something once, twice. Thrice exists. We don't use it too much. We usually say 3 times, and any number more than 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, a day, a week, a month. Team, your second challenge, describe your routine using as many adverbs of frequency as possible. Remember, the goal is to practice. Now, it's the fun stuff. The Newlywed game. Like always, we are looking for fun ways for you to practice. Team, if you click here on the link, these ones are really meant for you to play as a couple, but you do not need to play this game as a couple. And how will this work? For us, since we're practicing these frequency words, one person will write how frequently they do these different things. Sit and read a book, drink coffee, eat fast food. And the other person needs to guess that frequency. So for example, how often do you think I sit and read a book? What's your answer? Well, the correct answer would be every day. Well, not sit. I lie down and read a book. It helps me fall asleep. But that would be how you could play. And if you click here, you'll have questions designed for couples. Now, who does most of the cooking? And then it's great if you have two couples to play with, because then you'll get points if you guess the same answer as the other person. And of course, I don't know if you've seen this meme, but how often do you think about the Roman Empire? Every single day, absolutely. So Marcus Aurelius, right? But this meme has been going around. So your challenge is to zig instead of zag. Why? Remember the first time that you started something, the first day that you joined the gym, the first day of work, first day of school, the first time you met somebody important. You usually have a clear image. Try to remember the second, the third, the fifth, the 10th. It's much more difficult. So when I say zig instead of zag, my challenge this week for you guys is to do something a little bit different. You can make a recipe a different way. Go to a different restaurant. Go to the same restaurant, but order something different. Try a new exercise. Go somewhere you don't usually go. Walk somewhere where you usually drive. And do something different. And, write down 3 sentences about what happened. So, in our case, on Thursday, we made a new hot dog. We added cream cheese and crumbled Doritos to the outside and put it in the air fryer. It was amazing. We will probably not eat this every day. It was a calorie bomb. I could feel my stomach going this, but it was delicious. Team, extra credit. This is a spelling difference every day and every day. Say them both the same way. Rhymes. But what's the difference? Share that one at the end. Team bonus round for my more advanced students. It's a quick read, a quick article, but it's what I've been thinking about this week about immeasurable forms of success. Capitalism is successful because it is easy to measure. You can see the size of somebody's house, how cool somebody's car is. But there are so many immeasurable forms of success that are probably more important. How good is your relationship at home? How far do you need to travel to work? How much time do you spend doing the things that you love? So there are a lot of immeasurable forms of success. Something for you to think about. Let me pick one of these. Who would be your partner in the Newlywed game? Of course, Miss Patricia. Who would get more questions right? I don't know. I don't know about this one. I think that I would be confident in some of my answers, but then she'd be like, what are you talking about? So maybe I wouldn't get as many right as I said would like to. So I'm going to guess Patricia would actually do better than I would. But so that's my pick for today's questions. And every day, team. Every day, altogether, is an adjective. So for example, this is my everyday work shirt. I have a bunch of these white t-shirts that I use. There are everyday clothes. But if I were to say, this is not true, but if I were to say that I wear this shirt every day, I'm talking about frequency, it would be like the second example with the words separate from one another. Team, thank you. Like always, thank you for watching, for following along. Next week, we will have a little test, some fun stuff just to review what we've seen so far this year. And I hope to see you in class. See you then.